blistering heat and dust. Where northeastern Kenya should now be carpeted in thick vegetation, there is nothing. Just vast expanses of dry, barren soil. A disaster for Ehula Golid. He should be tramping across thick pasture with his herds, but 2 sets of seasonal rains have failed, and half of his animals have dropped dead, killed by the heat and lack of food. The carcasses of my animals are everywhere, he said. I'm ruined. Most of my cows and goats have been wiped out. I've never known it so bad. Muslima Dawood is 15 months old. She weighs just 10 pounds. In a nomadic herding community, when stock perishes, the threats to humans is immediate. At Wajir Hospital, 6 children have died because of the famine. Ill-equipped and underfunded, the medical staff at this clinic can barely cope.
It is a crisis, a huge crisis, considering that January, February are the driest months in this province, and we are already losing lives. The people are already losing their livelihood. The situation is bound to get worse and worse.
At crisis point, with the next rains not due for 3 months, a disaster is looming, which threatens not just the lives of thousands, but a community's future. I met Yunus Hassan. His wife has taken 2 of their children to hospital. He's looking after Hashin, Ahmed and Halima, but simply doesn't know how he's going to feed them. He's lost almost all he possesses, and without help now fears the worst.
My children are sick in hospital. I don't have any money to feed my family, and I have no work. I don't know what I'm going to do.
The official death toll in Kenya from hunger-related diseases is put at 40, but that clearly is a gross underestimate. In this community alone, more than 30 people have died, 28 of them children. Here, in this makeshift grave, lie the bodies of 6 young children. The last one to die, Hamid Guy, 1-year-old, died yesterday. The government is trucking maize, rice and cooking oil out to some of the more remote regions. And the big relief operation is gearing up, but it still lacks sufficient funding from international donors. The need could not be more apparent. Every few miles, desperate people flag down the army convoy, appealing for any drop of available water. Relief work has been accused of being late and inadequate, and critics ask how people in the east and north of Kenya can be starving when there's a grain surplus in the west of the country. More than 1.25 million people in Kenya now need food aid, and that number is expected to double in the coming weeks. The danger to human life is severe, and the death of thousands of cattle, goats and camels threatens to blight the region for years to come. Adam Minot, BBC News, Wajir, northeast Kenya.